you know, when you're sitting here, like for example, when I was doing this podcast, I was like, what do I want this podcast to be about? That's simple, about college stuff. We talked about this, right? Pretty simple. Okay, now I have to ask, what about college do I need to discuss here? Right? So I sat there and started saying, okay, I want to talk about this. Then I said, okay, how am I going to talk about it? I said, wait, stop. Before we even talk about how we're going to talk about it, we need to talk about our segments first. What do I want to have in the show? And it was basically, what can we do to share this in a way? Excuse me. What can we do to share this in a way that makes it interesting for people? Again, we talked about maybe this is not interesting to you how we do it, but that's how we chose to do it. You know.
Yeah.
But we came up with those topics, those subjects, those segments, I should say. And then we had the topics. And said, okay, now for every topic, I needed to match the segment.
Yeah.
Right? And then I wrote the papers and I expanded on them and I started doing all that. So as we're doing this, your thesis statement guides everything else that you do. It guides everything else you're doing. And having a clear thesis statement is you have to put thought into it before you just decide I'm just going to write about psychology, and and I got to be specific about what you want to write about. Excuse me.
You okay? You need some water?
I'll get some right now.
Okay. I got it on the slide.
The thesis statement helps you guide yourself on everything that you're going to be doing after that. So spend some time on coming up with a thesis statement. Usually that's why it's the teacher's first assignment. Give me a college thesis statement. And as we're doing it, you have to really work on it. You can't just say, I'm going to talk about this and that's it.